Sober Girls Yoga by the Mindful Life Practice. Hi yogis, welcome back to our Empowered series. We are going to move through a practice today that is going to be building our strength, our confidence, our resilience, working towards arm balances and inversions towards the end of the series. So for this practice, blocks would be handy, also a yoga strap. And I want to invite you to just come to a comfortable shape with your palms face up. And then just lengthen up through the spine, soften the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And if it's comfortable for you, you're going to allow your palm to be face up, right at your solar plexus, and let your thumb anchor on top of that palm. Extend the right thumb up. And then just take some deep breaths in and out. My question for you for this practice today is, what is a risk worth taking coming up ahead of me right now? So what's a risk worth taking that I see in front of me right now? See if you can channel some empowered energy, some risk-taking capabilities into this practice today. And then let's just release our grip and let our palms face up and take some deep breaths in and out. So we're going to practice an arm called cow face arms. It's a bind, and I'm just going to swivel around so you can see me. And I'm going to have a yoga strap nearby as well. Promise that we would use a strap at some point. So we're going to take our right arm up, lift it overhead, plant the palm on the shoulder. Take your left arm and then grip it onto the right elbow. And so you might stay here, or you might release the left palm, send it all the way back. And then maybe you can interlace the palms and connect them. And if you can't quite connect them, this is where a strap comes in handy. So you could place the strap in your palm and then extend the strap behind you and grab hold of it with your other hand and then walk the hands together until you make a connection where you're finding a stretch. So we'll stay in these arms for about 5 breaths. And then take it the opposite way. So you can just release the arm and release it, and then lift the left arm over, and then bring the right arm below, hooking the hands together. Let's take a few more breaths like this. And now just release that connection with the hands. Unwind. You can move your strap to the side. And then just grab hold of your yoga block. Slowly lower all the way down. And then what we're going to do is take this block, place it overhead, place it between the soles of your feet. Take your hands, place them underneath the hips. Take an inhale. And then we're going to lower the block down to the front of the mat and then lift all the way up. And then let's just keep going like this. Activating your core, building that inner fire, building that strength, that heat that you're going to then bring into this practice today. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And then a last one. And then this time you're going to lift the block overhead. Now slide this block to the side. Take hold of your big toes. Take your knees wide. Come into your happy baby. And then from our happy baby, we're to do crow pose, but on your back. So you're going to heels to come close towards your bottom, and then bring your arms to the inside of your legs, and then just push the ground away and lift your head up and point your toes. So you're almost like pushing onto the ceiling, imagining that it is the floor. Stay for 3, for 2. And then on 1, we're just going to lower down, plant your palms on the backs of your thighs, and then do your rock and roll, eventually coming all the way up to your chair. And when you arrive in your chair this time, you're going to gather your palms at your heart center, inhale, lift at the elbows, and then twist, land your right elbow onto your left knee. Stay for 3, stay for 2. And then on 1, lift all the way up and then twist the opposite way, so left elbow, right knee. Now your left knee is going to want to shoot forward here. I want you to glide it back in space. And just notice how that feels. Take 1 more breath. And then come all the way back through center, and then come forward, forward fold. Take your inhale to halfway lift. Take your exhale, lower down, plant the palms. Make your way back through a vinyasa, or just step straight back to down dog. Your choice for this practice. Now lift the left leg or the right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. You can circle with the knee. And then we'll do a bit of core strengthening. So lift your right leg up and then draw your knee in, come in through center. Let's extend the leg now. And then tap your right knee to your right elbow. Lift all the way up. Right knee to tap left elbow. And then lift up. Step your right foot wider than your hands. Land onto your left knee. Lift your arm up. And then perhaps you kick the foot back, coming into your quad stretch. Now let's take 1 more breath. And then just release your right hand. Now maybe you walk your fingertips back and you lengthen over the right leg and just explore how that feels for 3, for 2. And then on 1, walk your hands all the way forward. Let's tuck our left toes, lift our left knee, step our right foot back to meet the left, and now land onto the forearms. Come into your forearm plank and just walk your feet up. So you're almost walking your feet up towards the sky. Hips are extending up towards the sky. Feet are coming closer to the elbows. Take 1 more breath. And then let's walk our feet back. Come back onto the palms. Move through your vinyasa, your chaturanga. Lift your heart. And then arrive all the way up and back, down dog. Opposite side, step your feet in. Leave your right foot where it is. Lift your left leg up. You can circle through the knee so you open through the hip. And then just lift your left leg all the way back behind you. Draw the knee in to meet the nose. Let's take your left leg up. Tap your left knee to your left elbow. Lift all the way up. Left knee taps right elbow. And then let's take it back. And then step your left foot between your palms. Land onto your right knee. We'll walk the foot wide a little bit. Lift the arm up. And then come back into that quad stretch. Holding just for 3, for 2. And then on 1, you can release your foot, walk your foot through center, come into that Ardha Hanumanasana, getting a nice stretch through the back of the leg. And then we'll just stay for 3 breaths, for 2 breaths. Excellent. And then 1, walk your hands all the way forward, tuck your right toes and lift your right knee, and then just step your left foot back, moving through your vinyasa flow, or going straight up to down dog, your choice. Rolling over the toes, lifting the hips up, releasing the head, rocking it no, and then giving a little rock yes. Now let's get ready to move through our mandala flow for today. So we're going to take the right leg up, bend through the right knee and stack the hips. And then maybe you come all the way forward, flipping your dog, landing the toes, opening your heart. And then landing your right palm, lifting the right leg up, drawing the right knee in, stepping the foot between the palms, lift the arms all the way up, and then open to our warrior 2. And now this time you might take the right arm up, land the palm on the shoulder, and weave the arm around, coming into your cow face arms. See how that feels. Keep bending through the knee. And then we'll gently unwind. Take your inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, come all the way forward, land your right elbow onto your right thigh. Perhaps you reach all the way down towards the earth. Maybe this time you thread your left arm back and just see how that feels in a half bind. Let's press through the feet, lift all the way up, and then lengthen through our right leg, reach forward. Clock your right arm alongside your right calf. Lift your left arm up. And then perhaps you shift weight onto your right foot, right fingertips, half moon. Maybe you kick the foot back, find your quad stretch. Hold here for 3, for 2, and then 1, release your left foot, step all the way back, lengthen your right leg, hinge the body forward, wide-legged forward fold, and then move with your body, and maybe this time the arm hooks all the way around the waist. So we've done this flow a few times now. It's becoming familiar. It should almost seem like a dance in your body, right? You know what's coming next. So really get into the breath and get into the moment and just enjoy the process and the practice and the experience. And then we'll lower that palm down. Land the palms onto the hips, lift all the way up, turn your left toes to the back of the mat, lift off of your right heel, lift your arms up, and let's do our eagle arms again. So opening the arms, taking the left arm underneath the right, shift the weight onto the left foot, extend the right leg behind you, and then come all the way up into eagle, crossing your right thigh on top of your left, sit low, get uncomfortable, maybe you can hook your toes, know that you will not be here forever. And then come all the way up to unwind, draw your knee in, hook your fingertips around your big toe, extend your right leg. Now maybe this time you explore how it feels to open your right leg to the side. Just give it a go for 3, for 2. And then on 1, come all the way back with the foot, release the grip, bring the foot to cross in front of the right. Lift onto your tippy toes. Do your little swivel. Look at the beautiful view. Land the heels. And then step your foot all the way forward. Pivot the toes. Warrior 2, big inhale, reverse the warrior. You know what to do. Exhale, windmill your palms to the mat, frame your foot. And now let's twist. So we're gonna lift the arm up, take the foot back. Maybe something you could do if you want to try is hook your fingertips around the toe and extend the leg. Just see for 3, for 2, and then 1, step the foot down, land the palm, move through your flow. And then we'll do that flow 1 more time. So lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Draw the left knee in. You're going to step the foot between the palms. Lift the body up. And then open to a warrior 2. Take your inhale, reverse your warrior. And then land your left elbow onto your left thigh. Reach your right arm up overhead. Maybe you reach all the way down with the palm. And then perhaps you hook the arm around. Good. Take 1 more breath. And then unwind everything. Come all the way up. Lengthen through your left leg. Shorten your stance. Reach your left arm forward. Clock your left arm alongside your left calf. Reach your right arm up. And then maybe you shift weight onto your left foot and fingertips. Perhaps you kick the foot back. Just breathe for 3, for 2. And then 1, release the right foot, step all the way back. You know what to do. Turn the toes in, breathe in, hinge forward, and then move like water and end like fire, traveling through your twists. Come all the way through center. Take palms onto hips, lift up. Turn your right toes to the back of the mat. Step your left toes in, lift your arms up, sweep your arms open. Take your right arm over top of your left, find your eagle, and then trust weight onto your right foot. Get uncomfortable, extend the leg, find your warrior 3, and then move all the way up into your eagle pose. Land the thigh, sit back, you can tuck the toes. Staying for 3, for 2. And then on 1, unwind everything. Just land your foot for a second, pause, and then lift your left knee up. Fingertips on the shin. Perhaps you land the right hand on the hip. Hook the fingertips around the big toe. And then maybe extend the leg all the way to the side. Just notice how it feels on this side compared to the other. Stay for 3, for 2. And then on 1, bring your foot to land. Come into this crisscross. Palms together. You can lift up. Do this little swivel. Land the heels. Step your right foot wide, turn your right toes forward, bend through the right knee, extend, breathe in, reverse. And then windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. And then we'll step all the way back into your side plank. Perhaps you reach leg up for 3, for 2. And then on 1, land the foot, land the palm. And let's just sit back on the knees for a moment, take a child's pose and rest. All right, amazing job. Doing great. So come to sit up onto your heels. And so the next thing that we're going to do is grab hold of your yoga blocks and take your yoga blocks and place them so that they are shoulder distance on the highest height at the top of the mat. So we're just going to practice a few yogi push-ups, that's what I like to call them, so that we can really develop our chaturanga arm strength. So you'll notice this is a tabletop pose. The knees are underneath the hips. Here, my knees have stepped back slightly, and this is my push-up pose, my chaturanga pose. And so I'm going to lower the shoulders and then push the ground away and lift up, and just keep going like this. Good, maybe doing about 3 more. 2 more. And then a last one. And then again, push all the way up and then shift back onto the heels. Rest your forehead, come into your child's pose. Now, if you want to stay in child's pose, feel free to stay. And if you do want to explore coming into crow, I want to show you one way that I come into crow in a supported method, and it involves both of my blocks. So I'm going to take one block and place it on the flattest level on the mat. And what I'm going to be doing with this block is I'm just going to be on my tippy toes on the block. And this is going to give me a tiny bit of height. And now I'm going to take my other block and place it on the highest height, and this is almost going to be like a little pillow for the head. I might actually put it a bit further forward. I think that's going to be better. So my hands are going to come onto the mat, and I'm going to get really, really strong with my palms, and then start to shift weight onto my elbows, and then lift my toes up. So I could even put my block a little bit further forward, but it's okay. And then just shift weight forward and see how that feels. Just kind of floating up, lifting one set of toes and then the next. And if you fall, you have this block to support you, just like that. Maybe just doing one more exploration. And then making your way back. If you want to hop back into a plank, go for it. I'm going to skip it. So I'm just going to slide my blocks to the side. And then eventually just come back onto the knees. So the next thing that I want to show you today that we're going to do a little bit of exploring on is just starting to work up towards the preparatory position for supported headstand, which is the variation that I like to practice. Now, know that this pose is not for everyone. It's a tremendous amount of weight on your head and your neck. So please don't do it. Go back to one of the previous inversions we tried if that is more suited for your body, your neck, if you have your period right now, whatever. There's tons of options, okay? So this is one option if you do want to explore it. And what we're going to do is we're not going to come into the full headstand, but we're just going to explore some of the ways to get up to it. So I would like you to take your elbows, measure the width of your elbows with your hands, and then keep that connection and land your elbows onto the earth. So this is the perfect distance for you. And now you're going to release the palms. So your palms are interlaced, and then just rest the top of the skull in between the interlaced palms. And then what we're going to do is just lift our bottoms up and walk our feet forward. So you're basically trying to bring your hips to stack on top of your shoulders. And then you might just lift one leg up and see how that feels. We're not going to come into full headstand today. We're going to be working on it throughout this series. So then you might lift the other leg and just see that lift. The one thing I want you to avoid is please do not hop into your handstand. Don't jump, because then you're just going to flip right over. And it's also my preference that you don't do this against the wall. I think it's safer. I know a lot of teachers do teach it against the wall, but I think it's safer if you don't have the wall, because then you can fall flat out rather than fall to the side. So you can just explore that, just lifting the legs, see how that feels, exploring being upside down. And then when you're ready, when you're tired, when you want to take rest, just sit your hips back and rest your forehead. Come into child's pose, breathe.
Remain there for just a few more breaths. And then gently roll all the way up to seated. So we're going to do some hip opening from seated today. If you do want to come into pigeon or thread the needle, those are the hip openers I've taught in earlier classes in this series. We are going to try what's called fire log pose. So you're going to lay your left shin across the width of the mat, lift your right leg up, and then you can bring your right ankle to stack on top of your left knee. Just try to make sure that your heel is directly on top of the knee instead of like too far back or too far forward. Just make that perfect connection. And then you can just lengthen through the spine. Perhaps you walk your hands forward to see how that feels. So one of my favorite things that someone ever said to me about failures. So I grew up with this belief that like I couldn't fail, that if I failed, it would be like a horrible mistake. And someone said to me once that a TEDx conference is actually like a conference of failures, because every single person who has made it into TEDx had to fail like hundreds of times before they got there, because no one is just born and put on a TEDx stage, right? Let's take another breath. And then come all the way up. And then we'll just switch it. So we'll lay our right shin across the width of the mat and then stack our left ankle and just hinge forward. So the thing about our yoga practice is that we have to take a lot of risks. We have to do a lot of hard things. We have to fall. We have to try challenging things. And it's like a mirror or a practice pit or a little stage where we just practice what we're going to do in real life when we hit these challenges, when we hit these setbacks, when we have to climb mountains in our life. So what are you tapping into in this yoga practice that you can apply to your life off the mat? Because that's just the important stuff. What have you learned? Let's take one more breath. And then we're going to lift all the way up. And then just release the feet. You can windshield wipe the knees from side to side. And then come all the way down onto the back body. Open the arms in a cactus. And then you can just drop the knees over to the right and gaze over to the left, taking your spinal twist. And then open the right arm. Draw the knees through center. And then twist the opposite way.
And we'll just open the left arm, draw the knees all the way up. Give the body one last little squeeze. And then slowly extend the legs, extend the palms, face up. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. When you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. And may your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. When you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. And may your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Carry on, carry on. And just give your body a wake up wiggle. Nice long stretch, fingers all the way through toes.
You can draw your knees into your chest, give your body a nice little hug. And then just gently make your way up to a seated shape. Allowing your palm to be face up. And then just bringing the thumb to rest on top in your Agni Mudra. Remembering that core strength, confidence, self-esteem that is within you. And reflecting on that question, what is a risk worth taking in my life right now? How can I confidently take that risk? And then let's gather that confidence and that energy into our heart center. Closing with our intention, the ancient intention, but the original intention. Passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that our practice remains steady and our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals, and it serves and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. Just going to do that part again because I was yawning. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So let's just finish with an Om sound, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in to make the Om. So taking a big breath in, big breath out, big breath in. Thank you so much, yogis. Thank you for being here, sharing the space and the practice. I'm so grateful for each one of you. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you. Thank you.